Something a little bit different in the AT Shack today. I have Marco's bike behind me. This is a 2001 Honda VFR800 FI Interceptor. For the year, it is in absolute pristine condition, 25 years old as of this year, with about 29,000 miles on the odometer. That's less than 1,200 miles per year. We're gonna do a walk around on the bike and of course go for a ride. This may be the most sought after generation of the VFR, the 5th generation, the most improved with the gear driven cams. It sounds phenomenal. I brought it up here yesterday, an absolute pleasure to ride, very comfortable surprisingly. We're gonna do a walk around outside of the shack. Once we get to a nice spot, I'll give you a little brief breakdown of the bike and we'll get rolling here shortly. In 1988, the 5th generation VFR was introduced with fuel injection and produced for 4 years. So you're looking at the last model year of the 5th generation. This is the last model year with the gear driven cams. In 2002, they went back to chain driven cams. It is a 781cc 90-degree V4 producing around 110 horsepower at about 10,000 RPM. Torque, we're looking at about 61 foot-pounds of torque, around 8,500 RPM. 6-speed, chain-driven, dual front disc brakes, single disc in the rear. It does have an LBS system, a Honda Link braking system, so when you tap on the rear brake, it will actually brake a little bit in the front. Not a huge fan of that system. I was surprised to see that this model came with a factory center stand. With the single-sided swing arm, it makes the rear wheel very easy to remove. As for aftermarket pieces, we have the Twin Brothers slip-on. It is not a full system. You can tell the cat is still on the bike. Corbin seat, this thing is amazing, very comfortable. Some tank protection. I'm not sure about the windscreen. Since it's so blacked out, this may be an aftermarket. And the cowl as well. I'm not sure if this is aftermarket or not, but it is switchable to a rear passenger seat. You can see the pegs right here. What do you think? Should we start her up and get rolling? And we're off. I'm going to take you up to Estes Park, Colorado. From there we will hit Highway 7. As the motorcyclists like to say, 7 is heaven. Slightly windy, so I hope I don't get too much wind interference in the mic. Just gotta do a quick pit stop for some fuel. I love the sound of this bike. Man, it does sound like a supercharger winding up. Those gear driven cams adds a little extra spice to the sound of this bike. Made it. Don't let the clear skies and sunshine fool you. It's a bit chilly up here, mid-40s. Made in Japan by Honda, 2001 VFR. He's got a leaf in there. I gotta get that thing out for him. Sure that doesn't fall in the freaking gas tank. There we go. Just can't take more than, what, 4 gallons maybe? Oh my gosh. Making a mess. Now Marco did tell me that these clamps are risers. VFR owners, can you verify that? Are these clamps a little bit higher than a stock VFR would be? I find the sitting position to be fairly comfortable. The Corbin seat is killer. The clutch does engage way out here though. I don't like that. It is hydraulic. There's a way to adjust that. Not as low to the ground as I thought it would be. I'm 5'11" and a half, almost a 32-inch inseam. I feel like I have a nice stretch on this bike.
Hopefully we don't get any speeding tickets today. Highway 7 is going to wiggle us up that mountainside. We'll get a beautiful view of Long's Peak. It's a 14er off to the right, as well as Mount Meeker. A little bit lower in elevation, just under 14,000, I believe. Almost out of town. It's really difficult not to speed on this thing. Although the odometer on these older bikes is not very accurate, so don't pay too much attention to that. It's Mount Meeker off to the distance and Long's Peak just to the right of it. You can really feel the bike start pulling about 6,000 RPM. It red lines at 12,000. Not going to be doing anything too crazy today. I've been on a sport bike for a good minute. Obviously not my bike. Don't want to crash this. This would be a very difficult bike to replace. Wow. Fun being on a sport bike again. I did not expect it to be this windy today. We are finally descending off of the mountains. This is where the turns become a bit tighter. Still just a great section of road. They just repaved this for us a few years ago as well. Woo-wee. Still trying to get used to this thing. I feel like I ride my T7 faster than I ride this in the twisties. Get some pics from Marco. I always like snapping a couple pics of the bikes on this bridge. So what do you guys think of this 2001 VFR800? I can't believe in the condition this bike is in for how many years old it is. 25 years, 2001, right? And Marco did say these are the original plastics. These aren't no aftermarket plastics. I'm gonna hop back on here. I gotta get cruising home. I can definitely appreciate this motorcycle. I just don't know if it's really for me. After getting on that adventure bike scene, I really just dig doing a lot of off-road riding and a mix of stuff. It's always a blast to be back on a sport bike. I guess they consider this a sport touring bike, but I don't know if I would tour on this thing. I don't know if I could spend more than 3 or 4 hours on here. Could do a quick little 0 to 60. I see deer off in the distance. They just crossed the road. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride along and me showing off Marco's bike. It's his baby, that's for sure. We're gonna get the bike back to him. I'm gonna head home and I'll catch you guys in the next one.